Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of the Dritte Liga in Germany, the third level. It is the second match day and we have a massive match for you. Two of the big hitters at this level. Eintracht Braunschweig hosting 1860 Munich at the Eintracht Stadion. Eintracht Braunschweig have improved their squad immeasurably after their struggles last season, just surviving on the last day. And they'll be hoping to go for promotion this time out as they go on the early attack here against 1860. It's Braunschweig in the blue and yellow as per usual, and 1860 in the light blue and white shirts. So 1860 also struggled last season, having been promoted, but they've had their struggles in improving their squad, something that Braunschweig haven't had to deal with. And as I said, it is the second match day. Last week Braunschweig picked up a 4-2 win at Magdeburg. Absolutely superb performance, counter-attacking under their new coach Christian Flutmann. He was promoted to the big job over the summer from assistant, and it's his first home match, and in this opening minute there's already a man down for him, unfortunately. As you can see, it's a clash there in the centre. Last week, Kobelaski helped himself to a hat-trick on his debut. Bear also scoring. And they have signed well, as I mentioned. Proschwitz is their man up front. He should back them a lot of goals this season, I would imagine. And just some team news for them about Eintracht Braunschweig. Fisic was injured in last week's game, but he's okay to start. Is it a risk, though? His manager says no. It's 1860, as I said, they struggled last season. They picked up a draw at home last week against Preußen Münster. They fell behind early, but Steinhardt levelled as they gave a much improved second half. And their coach Daniel Bierovka will be looking for more of that in this game. And just as a footnote, look out for Bekirolu of 1860. He's not liked around these parts after he was involved in a spitting incident in last season's match here, which ended 1-1. Steinhardt scoring early for 1-0 to 1860 before Duca levelled in the 90th minute for 1-1. So plenty of incident there. We're looking for plenty of incident here too. That's 3 minutes in, it remains goalless. Both teams just feeling their way into the game here. It's cooler conditions than there has been this week. Luckily for them, there's a bit of a breeze around the field. And we're playing in front of a pretty packed stadium as well for this level. It is a stadium more suited to the second or even the Bundesliga. And Braunschweig looking to put down their dominance here early. Even early throwing from Kiewski. It's cleared easily by 1860 on this occasion, but back over the top here looking for Proschwitz. And an easy take in the end for Bonman. The 1860 keeper, and away 1860 go on the attack here. This is Weber. Nice looking ball forwards here and out to the right hand side, and a potential chance for 1860 as the shot comes in, and it is saved by Fizic. Kinsvater was just breaking down that right hand side. Lovely ball to him from Mulders, who had just dropped deep, and he was unable to beat the keeper at the near post. 5th minute, big chance for 1860 there. And it looks as though we're in for an end-to-end match as we have the first corner of the game here. Vine to take it for 1860. It's an outswinger, and it's a dangerous one, and it's into the back of the net as well. Sascha Mulders with a bullet header right on 5 minutes played. And that is a shock for the Braunschweig fans, but joy for the travelling 1860 fans. A lot of them have come up from Munich for this one, and they can celebrate early with this Mulders header. Terrific as he made the run off the shoulder of the defender there and bulleted home the header. And absolutely no chance for the keeper Fizic there. He got his team off the hook a minute before, but no chance with that one. And Daniel Bierofka just on his haunches there, will be delighted with the start his team have made here. They've not been overawed by the home crowd at all. And from a neutral point of view, that is perhaps the best thing that could have happened, as Mulders helps himself to his opening goal of the season. The number 9 will be looking for a lot more of those as well. Didn't really hit the goal scoring trail last season. As perhaps a little bit of stability is what 1860 needs. They have lost important players, the likes of Mauersberger retiring over the summer, Owusu going to Bielefeld, Lacazette to Darmstadt, and Lorenz to Bochum. And then one big signing, the one that they think can go places, is Gebhardt on a free transfer. He's on the comeback trail. Had a couple of minutes in last week's game. Expected to play 30 minutes or so today, depending on how this goes. Timo Gebhardt knows all about playing at this level. As Kinsvater goes forward, and there's another free kick here for 1860. Well, you can see it's a clear foul there from Bernd Nerig, the Braunschweig captain. So a good chance here to create something for 1860. Steinhardt standing over it. Are they going to go for an in-swinger or an out-swinger? This is the question. And the tails are certainly up after that early lead given to them by Sascha Mulders. As it is swung in towards goal, cleared by Braunschweig this time, but hammered back towards goal. And well over the bar there by Bekirolu. That would have been controversial had he managed to smash that home. Kanza und Becker to the goalkeeper Fizic. And Braunschweig will just need to clear their heads here after conceding that early goal. And euphoria around the stadium. They reckon Braunschweig can go up again this season, back to the second league. Of course, they were all the way up in the top league only a couple of seasons ago. As there is the chance here for Bakirolu again. And it's deflected over, well created there by Kinsvater, who's started this match absolutely on fire down the right-hand side, laying the ball off, and you can see just the nick off the defender taking it over. And it looks as though Braunschweig's coach here, Christian Flutmann, not happy at all with the start his team have made. We're in the 10th minute, the next corner. Steinhardt goes across. This time Mulder's trying to flick the header on. And the ball back over the top, easy for Fesic as he launches an enormous kick downfield, and it could result in a chance here for Braunschweig. The attacker got there first, ahead of Bornmann, but couldn't quite loop the header on target there. That was incredibly dangerous from one end of the field to the other in one enormous clearance. And there you see the danger, but the defenders were back towards the line there. Had Schwenk managed to direct it on target. As the Eintracht fans are still bouncing here. Plenty to think about already for Flutmann. After his introduction to the job last week, that 4-2 win at Magdeburg, he may have thought everything was free and easy. But 1860 just putting a fly in the ointment here at the moment. Sascha Mulders with the opener after only 5 minutes. Well, you just need to keep the ball for a while here. It is. There were another long one up the field from Kansa. They're keeping the ball in the corner here at the moment. All the way back to Nerig. He decided to drill one towards the penalty area there. Just a bit of head tennis at the moment, and the attack from 1860 can start again through Kinsvater. And then on the overlap, Powell just trying to come forward. It was an uncomfortable one for him to take there, right on the line. As there in your picture is Kobylanski. He's the one that Braunschweig will be looking to both to create and score to try and get them back into this game. And looking at the squad list, you would imagine that Braunschweig, especially with home advantage, would take the win here, but Sascha Mulders is not a man who accepts things like that. That's being the underdog. For example, in his time in the Bundesliga, everyone had written him off as a goal-scoring threat, but he caused all kinds of problems. And he's causing a problem here as well for Braunschweig. 12 minutes gone. 1-0 to 1860 away from home. As the ball not quite bouncing the way of Eintracht Braunschweig at the moment, they feel. 50-50s being won by 1860 currently. There is Nick Proschwitz, the man who they'll be looking to fire them to promotion. Excellent signing on a free from Meppen. And Kobylanski stands over the free kick here, won by Proschwitz. As it's just lifted towards the edge of the box, flicked on, and that's really good anticipation there from Bornmann. Before the counter-attack could even start there, Nerig was across to get the ball out of play. Akirolu. And again, you can always tell when he gets on the ball. There's Erabouz all around the field, and Nerig just comes across to sort him out. And there's a bit of a push and shove going on here as well. Needle between these two teams already, as it was Fitzner, who came in with that challenge on him. Maybe an act of vengeance from last season, and the referee just having a chat. As you can see, he's high and it's a wild challenge. So yellow card then for Nerig for something that he said there, and Erdmann of 1860. Nerig, of course, as the captain, the one who's most vocal in the team. Erdmann getting involved maybe in something he shouldn't have. It's already his second yellow card in 2 matches. So coming up towards the quarter-hour mark, and we've got everything in place for a cracking game here. The away side have gone ahead early. There's a bit of needle between the players. That's 1860. That's a clever free kick there, but well cut out by the defence there. Excellent anticipation from Bear, that was. And instead of hoisting the ball in, they played it low and flat down the channel. Another bouncing ball in there. That's easier for Fizic to take. He's not going to go for the big clearance with the drop kick. So it's upfield from the ground here and flicked on, and well, it was just half a chance there perhaps. As the ball was towards Bear from that flick on. Just lost the flight of the ball though, as Birovka, despite his team being 1-0 up here, still directing frantically on the sidelines. It's a little bit stop-start at the moment with these challenges coming in. Bekirolo getting involved. He's not shirking any of his challenges here. Another ball flicked on by Proschwitz again. Good target man play from him so far. He's pretty much winning everything up there. It's just whether he can find one of the midfield runners who are supporting him. At least he's getting there. There's another challenge there from Mulders, which the referee doesn't like, but it's given to 1860. And they get on with it quickly as well, trying to catch Braunschweig out here. And there's another challenge in midfield there. He's whistled by the referee. Vine this time, taking out Kobylanski. At the moment, this is really going the way of 1860. They'll be enjoying this. That Braunschweig seem a little bit frustrated by the start they've made, and this stop-start action certainly suits the away side in a situation like this. 1860 looking threatening every time they come forward. Having said that, that's good defending there from Kessel. And he's trying to wind up his players here. Something just lacking at the moment from Eintracht Braunschweig. Something you couldn't say about Kindsvater. He's been electric here. And there's another simple pass, you would imagine, that goes astray. This time Fitzner unable to play the ball out to the wing. Nice play from 1860. They do look well drilled here by Bierofka early in the season. It's got to be said. The attempted cross though was blocked on this occasion. They weren't able to bring in a lot of new players before the season. They did promote a bunch from the youth side. To the first team squad. With 20 minutes gone, it's working a treat here so far, the game plan from Daniel Bierofka. His team leading 1-0 with the Sasha Mulder's goal after 5 minutes. The Bullets header from a corner. But the fans are still behind Eintracht Braunschweig, roaring them on. It was 1860 time and time again, just picking up the pieces in midfield. Although here come Braunschweig now, Kobylanski, and he's just overrun the ball slightly there. It does play though out on the far right hand side for Bear. Now back into Nerig. And to the left for Kievski, who decides to just retreat with the ball. Back to his back line. Becker looking for options. And he's forced across to his centre-back partner Nkansa. They need to just up the tempo here, Braunschweig. I'm not sure that these long clearances constantly played by Fizic are really causing 1860 any problems. They're gobbling them up at the moment. There's another little shove in the back there on Kessel as he tried to go forwards. Greilinger, who was clashing with him. Kobylanski trying to deliver the ball early there, but having second thoughts. Auschwitz here profit from the delivery. And it comes, it's from a deep position. And just two players getting in each other's way there. A little bit of miscommunication. There's a ball in here. Once again from the right and then smashed back. And I'm not sure if that was meant to be a cross or a shot there. Either way, it's ended with the ball out of play. And some respite for the 1860 back line. No breakthrough as yet for Eintracht Braunschweig. So a drinks break has been called by the referee. It's something that you see more and more often early on in the season. Just a 2-minute break for the players to get some fluids on board. There's no point in running them into the ground, and it gives the coaches as well a chance just to gather their players together, give them their thoughts. Bierofka, by the looks of it, satisfied, but just giving some hints and tips. And as for Christian Flutmann, he has a lot more to say, although he doesn't look too concerned at the moment. We're only a quarter of the way through the game. So it looks as though we're just about ready to get going again here on 24 minutes after that drinks break. So it's Bornmann to get us started again. Hoisting the clearance forward. Another clash there coming early on after that restart. And Dressel is now a man in trouble with the referee. That's the third yellow card already. And also his second of the season too. It looked as though there was going to be another flashpoint there, but the Eintracht Braunschweig player just deciding against it there. So 25 minutes played and I was going to say a long free kick here, but now it is finally delivered and it's sliced straight into the arms there of Bornmann, who goes long, Fesic style, looking for Greilinger, and it's just run out of play there. The defender coming across to deal with Unkanza, and looks fired up. In all fairness, the centre-back. Does his team get the decision? The ball coming off the 1860 man last. So it's just over 20 minutes ago since Sascha Mulder's put 1860 ahead, and they've held on pretty comfortably as well since then to the lead. Indeed, they have looked as though they could add to it at times, although they'll need better delivery than that. Towards Kinsvater. He wanted the low ball. You can see he's just gesturing there rather than the lofted one over the top. Fesic, the ball allowed to bounce in midfield. And that's an optimistic ball indeed, looking for the overlapping run of Kiewski. No problem for 1860 to mop that one up. Oh, that's a long straight ball this time, and called up by the 1860 defence again, and that's a loose pass out to the left from them. No chance for Steinhardt to get hold of that one. A good stretch as well to get that one away. 1860 right on their game at the moment, and almost picking out Kinsvater there. Desperate defending again from Eintracht Braunschweig. Nerig showing all his awareness there. He needs to transmit a little bit more of that to his teammates, I think, the way that this is going. Infield for Dressel, one of three men in trouble with the referee with the yellow cards. Looking for the corner, 1860, not going to get it though. Steinhardt tried to play it off the Braunschweig man last. And you can see the Bavarian fans very happy with the way that this is going so far. Not sure they travelled here with much optimism, but they have travelled in their numbers anyway. And they're seeing an excellent away performance from their team. In the opening game last week, their first half performance was pretty dire by all accounts. The second half much improved though, and they thoroughly deserve to take away at least a point. That's Braunschweig. Well, the problem last season was mostly their home form. They only won 4 matches here. That's something that they'll be looking to address. Although in this opening home fixture of the season, they do trail coming up towards half an hour played. And just struggling here. Although a loose clearance from Bornmann could invite them forward. There's a bit of a lull in the game here. It's perhaps 1860 with 15 minutes to go before half-time, starting to retreat slightly. They do have a solid 4-1-4-1 formation. In contrast to Braunschweig playing 4-2-3-1. And at the moment, those 3 attacking midfielders not really getting involved in the game as much as they would like. Certainly, Proschwitz, as I said, is winning a lot of aerial balls, but not able to find the runners in and around him. Now just injecting a little bit of pace into this attack. Fubekirolu, as you can hear, with the boos and whistles. Speaking of whistles, the referee giving the free kick there. Braunschweig taking it very quickly, perhaps too quickly. I think it's all a little bit too hectic out there for Braunschweig. There's no real cool heads. Just someone to put their foot on the ball and try and spray passes around, as they got away with a loose one there. As that's much better, and the tackle coming in there will be punished. Weber, the captain, 4th yellow card of the game. And he knew that he was beaten. Nice Schwenk here. Taking one for the team, Weber. So another free kick for 1860 to deal with here. What can Braunschweig produce? It's similar to last season's game here when 1860 took the early lead. Braunschweig finally managed to crack through in injury time. As that's a really easy take for Bornmann. What a delivery from wide areas, both dead balls and in open play. Has been poor, really, from the home team. It's an easy interception for Weber. Balls forward up towards the attackers also. Maybe not what they should be. The biggest sign of danger we've seen so far has been when Fizic launched an enormous clearance upfield to create a chance. Nothing really coming from that central area. As there is a shot here from 1860. Just pulling it wide there, Dressel. Seemed to take on the shot a little bit too quickly. Didn't set himself first. We've got 10 minutes remaining in this first half. I think there will be some stoppage time added on due to that drinks break. As I mentioned, it is cooler today in Braunschweig compared to the rest of the week, but still in the sunshine. Hot enough to be playing football, certainly. Now a diagonal ball from 1860 towards Kinzvater, looking to get him back into the game after that electrifying start. In for Mulders with the hold-up play, and he's trying to smash the ball in. It's deflected on its way, and it was just looping over the goalkeeper there. And Fizic having to react to get that over the bar. It was a shot to nothing, really, from Mulders coming off the defender. And almost 2-0 there to 1860. Vine now with the corner. Saw how dangerous they can be with these deliveries for Mulder's goal. That time Braunschweig managing to clear. Volleyed clearance all the way back down the field for 1860. They were looking for the offside. They're not going to get it, as it's a deep ball in this time. And this is really frustrating for Braunschweig at the moment. They don't seem able to get any time or space on the ball. Perhaps now, as the game is just a little bit stretched coming towards the end of this first half. Lansky picking up a pocket of space there finally, and the ball down the right hand side from Kessel cut out. There's a good aggressive challenge coming in between Bear and Steinhardt, and in the end it's the Braunschweig man who has to retreat, as it looks as though the Braunschweig backroom staff just having discussions on the bench as they've fallen behind because of this goal after 5 minutes from Mulders. Bullet header, no chance for the keeper at all. Just managed to fashion some space as the corner came in. And yet another free kick is given. The referee has been a busy man. And certainly Becker, they're just diving in. No chance of getting the ball. Limping away slightly, Greilinger, but I think he'll be okay to continue. So Steinhardt and Greilinger standing over the free kick. It's drifted in and not convincingly cleared. Now it is volleyed up the field. And it's turned into a decent ball as well to get Braunschweig on their way. But look at the retreating midfielders for 1860. Getting through so much work there. Okay, it turned out to be a foul, but that looked dangerous just for a second or two there for Braunschweig. But straight away, two players immediately on to Schwenk there. This has been a masterclass, actually, for away performance in this league, as Mulders is looking to get away. He thought there was a little tug on him from Unkansa. He's shaking his head. And in the end, the chance had gone. I think the foul went against him, in fact. There's a heavy one coming in from Unkansa on Mulders. Well, that was dangerous, and it wouldn't surprise me if he joins the 4 players in the book here. A little bit reckless, and the 1860 players asking for the yellow. And Mulders is a tough guy, and he'll be back on his feet imminently. I'm not sure that the referee even flashed the yellow card there. It would appear not. So 4 minutes to go before half-time. Steinhardt looks as though he's going to lift this one forward. It's headed towards the middle, and again Braunschweig, their defence, they're just struggling with what should be the easiest clearance to make. Needed 2 bites of the cherry to get it away. Bekirolu. And he's continued his run forward. He was looking to get on the end of that looped little ball in. Just a little bit straight for him. And at the moment, 1860 are the first to every ball. And that delivery from the left-hand side just drifted into the arms there of Fizic. Proschwitz now is the man called up for that foul as he looked to flick it on. Well, you'd think that 1860 would be looking to run down the clock here before half-time, having got that lead, but they are working to try and add a cushion, which is very refreshing to see. As Greilinger couldn't get on the end of that after it deflected off the Braunschweig midfielder. The pressure from 1860 working really well here, although there is a chance for a shot, turned away by Bornmann, and it's into the back of the net. Well, it is the new man, Kobylanski, who is Johnny on the spot there to nod home the rebound. Oh, his home debut. He gets a goal. That's a lovely ball from there, again the build-up. The shot coming in, causing trouble for the keeper, and then the easy nod home there. And Schwenk, who just had a little bit of space to get his shot away. Well, he's going the right way about making himself a crowd favourite here, Kobylanski. Getting the equaliser there against 1860 when the team were just struggling. And a key time to get it as well. 2 minutes before half-time. And that should give his team a big lift going into the second half. What will it do, though, to 1860, who had been playing tremendously well away from home? Tough place to come, despite last season's struggles. Yeah, just got to pick themselves up again, 1860. It has been an excellent first half of football as it's coming to a close here. A couple of minutes time added on, I'm sure. Yes, this is a very dynamic run coming from midfield, looking for Mulders with the layoff there as well. Towards Bekirolu. But the defence got it away, they read that one. There's indeed 2 minutes of time added on. That's how long the drinks break lasted. Despite the stop-start nature of this game at times, players were willing to get back underway as quickly as possible when there were free kicks. Not too much hanging around. As it will be a cracking second half, I'm sure. With the teams at the moment at least going in level at the break, 1-1, with Mulders bulleting home the header from the corner after 5 minutes, and then 2-3 minutes ago Kobylanski getting a header on the rebound after a shot from Schwenk. 1860 have been on top in the game, in my opinion. Lots of huffing and puffing really from Eintracht Braunschweig, but not too much good play around the box. And the one moment we did see from Schwenk resulted in a goal. I'm not sure what all that was about. There's just a gesture there from Kessel. The ball is in the corner. Maybe they'll get one last chance here, Eintracht Braunschweig, in this first half, as Kessel tries to lay it across the 6-yard area. And superb defending from Weber just to stretch and get it away. Much better from Eintracht Braunschweig. As it's hammered towards the box there, but blocked, and I think the referee is going to call a halt indeed. He does to the first half. Well, it's been excellent stuff. Kobylanski equalising the early goal from Mulders for a 1-1 scoreline here in Braunschweig. Join us in about 15 minutes or so, see what happens in the second half.
Vielen Dank, Gary. Ein sehr attraktives Fußballspiel. Die Löwen machen es richtig gut. 1:1 bei Eintracht Braunschweig im Traditionsduell an der Hamburger Straße. Bevor wir gleich drüber sprechen mit dem Sportdirektor der Eintracht, mit unserem ehemaligen Kollegen Peter Vollmann, haben wir eine Rubrik für Sie. Meine geschätzte Kollegin Annette Sattler hat sich mit ein paar Spielern getroffen, wird das im Verlauf der Saison weiterhin tun. Und das Ganze in einem launigen Interview mit dem Namen Annette fragt.
Die dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von BWin. Wir starten total easy
Ja,
mit der Abseitsregel. Erklär mir die mal.
für Frauen oder für Männer?
Für Frauen, weil ich bin ja eine.
Schwierig.
Es ist schwer, weil ich stehe nie im Abseits. Weil ich immer mit dem Rücken zum Tor stehe, meistens ein Verteidiger hinter mir ist.
Okay, ja gut, der ballbesitzende Spieler spielt den Pass. Boah, warte mal, lass uns kurz überlegen nochmal.
Stell dir vor, Oma fragt dich nachmittags beim Kaffee trinken, Junge, was ist denn eigentlich dieses Abseits?
Das habe ich bis heute noch nicht verstanden.
Abseits ist dann, wenn der Schiedsrichter pfeift.
Abseits ist, wenn der Schiri pfeift. Ich glaube, zunächst ist Abseits, wenn der Schiri pfeift.
Abseits ist, wenn der Schiri pfeift.
Abseits ist dann, wenn der Schiri pfeift, würde ich jetzt mal so ganz leicht vermuten. Und dann, wenn der Schiri pfeift.
Der Schiedsrichter pfeift, ist Abseits.
Also grundsätzlich ist Abseits dann, wenn ich als Verteidiger den Arm hebe. Mehr muss man dazu nicht sagen, denke ich, oder? Meistens pfeift der Schiri auch.
Lass ich dich trotzdem nicht mit davon kommen.
Nee?
Nee.
Wenn der Gegenspieler hinter der Viererkette steht, ja, dann ist Abseits. Brauch ein bisschen Ahnung.
Ja, Abseits ist dann, wenn der gegnerische Spieler den Ball dann spielt, wenn der jeweilige Spieler der eigenen Mannschaft, der ballbesitzenden Mannschaft, hinter oder vor dem letzten Spieler der Abwehrreihe steht.
Fängt schon gut an, ja.
Hinter oder vor?
Je nachdem, wo man steht. Also zwischen Torwart und Abwehrreihe. Wenn der Ball dann gespielt wird und der Spieler schon drin steht, wenn der Ball gespielt wird.
Es muss, damit es kein Abseits ist, muss ein Torwart oder zwei Feldspieler halt näher am Tor sein als der Ball.
Ein Torwart oder zwei Feldspieler?
Ja, ist geil, ne? Wenn man das erklären muss, mal in der Lage ist. Ja.
Musstest du noch nicht allzu oft erklären, ne?
Nee.
Merkt man.
Wie gesagt, also normal ist es auch so, wenn ich die Hand hebe, dann pfeift der Schiedsrichter und so genau wird es noch keiner wissen.
Ja, man darf nicht näher zum Tor stehen als der vorletzte Spieler vom Gegner und dann einen Ball bekommen. So würde ich es beschreiben.
Guten Abend, Madame. Furchtbare Nacht.
Nur Elektrizität. Nichts, wovor man sich fürchten müsste.
Manche Dinge muss man gesehen haben, um sie zu glauben. Es sind diese einmaligen Ereignisse, die uns in Staunen versetzen, in denen sich gewaltige Spannung aufbaut, die sich in nicht zu bremsender Energie entlädt, in denen Spieler und Teams über sich hinauswachsen. Szenen, wie sie nur der Sport schreibt. Hol dir jetzt die geballte Ladung Sport, wo immer, wann immer du willst. Alle Spiele der 3. Liga, der deutschen Eishockey-Liga und der Easy Credit Basketball-Bundesliga. Live bei Magenta Sport. Kredite sind unsere Stärke. Basketball ist unsere Leidenschaft. Die Easy Credit Basketball Bundesliga wird präsentiert von Easy Credit. Einfach, fair.
Das ist unser Spiel. Wir glauben nicht nur an unser Team. Wir setzen darauf. B-Win.
Wir sind zurück an der Hamburger Straße mit dem Jubel von Martin Kobylanski. Was für ein Knallstart in Blau und Gelb, sein 4. Treffer im 2. Spiel. Und wir sprechen mit dem Sportchef der Eintracht, Peter Vollmann, meinem ehemaligen Kollegen. Peter, schön, dich zu sehen.
Hallo Thomas, ich freue mich auch.
Und der Vorteil ist, früher immer im Jackett, jetzt mit dem T-Shirt. Aber ein bisschen mehr Adrenalin wahrscheinlich.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Also ich bin jetzt natürlich wesentlich nervöser und das Spiel hat auch viel Nervosität auch bei mir intern verbreitet.
Die Löwen machen es richtig gut, oder?
Ja, die Löwen sind super eingestellt, also warten genau auf die richtigen Momente, spielen richtig gute Pässe rein, gute Standardsituationen, immer gefährlich, haben wir große Probleme mit gehabt.
Peter, schauen wir mal auf die Entstehung des 0:1 und was da auffällt. Sascha Mölders, der später dann den Eckball verwandelt hat, lässt sich fallen. Das macht er häufiger, hat dann zunächst rausgespielt auf Kindsvater. Fejic kann das noch gut verhindern. Aber die Löwen sind auch nach vorne mutig und variabel.
Ja, das, was ich gerade gesagt habe. Also sie sind top eingestellt auf diese Bälle. Die haben sie nicht nur einmal gespielt, sondern 4-5 Mal gespielt. Und wir haben echte Probleme damit gehabt.
Peter, und dann gab es das 0:1. Jetzt kann man natürlich sagen, Sascha Mölders ist einfach ein Kopfballspieler, der auch schwer zu verteidigen ist. Dennoch, was macht auf den ersten Blick, auch wenn die Sonne hier ein bisschen draufknallt, die Abwehr falsch?
Ja, natürlich. Also ich denke, wir sind da einfach zu weit vom Mann weg stehen. Also als Abwehrspieler muss ich immer sehen, dass ich davor kann. Und das war hier überhaupt nicht der Fall. Also klare Abwehrfehler muss man einfach verhindern, so einen Ball.
So, und dann haben wir gleich den Ausgleich in der 43. Minute. Und wir haben ganz kurz vorher gesprochen. Es hat sich nicht so richtig angedeutet. Aber das ist natürlich dann auch vielleicht für eine Mannschaft, die mehr Selbstvertrauen hat als in der letzten Hinrunde, so ein Synonym, dass man einfach aus dem Nichts trifft.
Ja, für uns war das Ergebnis jetzt als Halbfertige ist optimal. Also wir sind überhaupt nicht ins Spiel gekommen. Wir haben schlecht von Mann zu Mann gespielt, haben ungenau gespielt. Und vor allen Dingen, wir haben im Mittelfeld einfach nicht nach vorne verteidigt, sondern immer gewartet, bis München 60 ihren Pass spielen konnte. Und deswegen haben die auch so gute Pässe gespielt. Und ich glaube, das war die größten Probleme, die wir einfach im Mittelfeld gehabt haben.
Peter, ich habe immer deine wirklich ganz knochentrockenen Analysen geschätzt, deinen Humor. Und wie schafft man es jetzt als Sportdirektor in einer so fußballbegeisterten Stadt wie Braunschweig, die Euphorie nicht zu groß werden zu lassen nach so einem Knallstart in Magdeburg?
Ja, ich glaube, dass wir alle geerdet sein müssen, dass wir mit beiden Beinen auf dem Boden bleiben müssen. Da bin ich wieder bei Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Euphorie ist kontraproduktiv im Fußball. Und ich glaube, wir müssen versuchen, dass wir geerdet bleiben. Immer wieder die Schwierigkeiten des Spiels sehen. Wir sehen es auch heute. Ist kein ganz normales Fußballspiel. Immer schwierig. 3. Liga, jedes Spiel, Tanz auf der Rasierklinge. Und wenn die Leute das mitmachen, dann werden sie es auch verstehen.
Peter, wie kann man so schön braun und so gut erholt aussehen bei so einem stressigen Job, obwohl du hinten gerade da zwischen den Trainerbänken im Schatten sitzt?
Ja gut, ich hatte ja Zeit, auch mich auszuruhen. Bei euch hat es natürlich auch riesig Spaß gemacht und dazwischen konnte ich mir immer gut sonnen und das habe ich natürlich auch immer wieder genossen.
Peter, ich genieße es immer, mit dir hier zu stehen. Alles Gute für die zweite Hälfte, obwohl wir natürlich im Löwenduell neutral sein müssen.
Na, ganz normal.
Wir sehen uns später noch. So, und wir gucken mal ganz kurz drauf. Sie wissen ja, Sie können auch einfach mal rüberseppen zur Konferenz. Da sehen Sie nämlich alles, alle Tore, alles da, wo was passiert. Platzverweise, Strafstöße, was auch immer. Und es ist einiges passiert, wie wir gleich beim Blick auf die Halbzeitergebnisse sehen können. Gestern Abend, das habe ich Ihnen bereits gesagt, die zweite Mannschaft der Bayern gegen Uerdingen 2:1. Groß Asbach liegt 0:2 zurück. Der erste FC Kaiserslautern mit 2 Treffern in den ersten 8 Minuten. 0:0 im Ostklassiker zwischen Halle und Rostock. Ingolstadt 1:0 vorne in der vermeintlichen Top-Partie gegen den MSV Duisburg. Unterhaching gegen Würzburg. Bayerisch-fränkisches Derby. Da führen die Gäste 3:2. Hier 2 Tore gefallen. Für jede Mannschaft 1. Waldhof gegen Meppen noch torlos. Genauso wie Preußen Münster gegen Carl Zeiss Jena. Ja. Und das ist die Aktualität. Was wir mit Ihnen vorhaben, das sehen Sie jetzt.
Hey du, ja du. Es ist Zeit, sich der Verantwortung zu stellen. Da draußen brauchst du mehr als dein Ego. Herz, Kampfgeist, Leidenschaft. Hier lebt der Fußball. Die Sehnsucht nach mehr ist gewaltig. Sie haben Erwartungen. Und du sollst sie erfüllen. Mach deinen Ängsten klar, wie groß deine Ziele sind. Hier bist du nicht der Einzige, der was erreichen will. Hast du irgendeinen Plan, was dich in dieser Liga erwartet? Dann geh verdammt noch mal da raus und zeig dich. Die 3. Liga beim Magenta Sport zeigt uns.
So, und wir sind zurück mit den Herren Wasner und Lieberknecht, nicht verwandt oder verschwägert mit dem Kulttrainer hier der Eintracht. Schönen guten Tag, meine Herren. Und Erik Lieberknecht ist der Fanbeauftragte von Eintracht Braunschweig und Sie haben eine ganz tolle Aktion ins Leben gerufen. Erzählen Sie uns ganz kurz was darüber, denn die blau-gelbe Hilfe wird damit ausgezeichnet.
Ja, hallo Thomas. Wir zeichnen in jedem Jahr einen verdienten Fan oder eine verdiente Institution aus, die sich für die Belange von Braunschweiger Fußballfans einsetzt. In diesem Jahr ist das die blau-gelbe Hilfe, die sich darum gekümmert hat, einen Workshop zu erstellen in Zusammenarbeit mit dem Verein, um Fußballfans, die nicht ins Stadion dürfen, weil sie sich irgendwann mal daneben benommen haben, wieder zu reintegrieren.
Herr Wasner, Sie sind stellvertretend hier, nehmen das Ganze an. Ist sicherlich eine Ehre, aber auch eine Verpflichtung für die Zukunft.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Also mit den Workshops haben wir eine neue Ebene der Zusammenarbeit auch mit dem Verein erreicht und auch innerhalb der Fanszene. Und die Workshops wurden sehr gut angenommen. Und wir nehmen diese Auszeichnung 1967 natürlich auch mit in die Zukunft.
Ja, und vor allen Dingen ist das interessant, da sind ja auch Justiziare dabei, ehemalige Polizisten. Das ist wirklich schon ein ganz tolles Projekt, was denen, die mal auffällig geworden sind, den Wiedereinstieg ermöglichen soll.
Ja, das Projekt wurde vorher mit dem Verein besprochen, auch mit Verantwortlichen des DFB, die waren auch eingeladen, wie auch natürlich Vertreter von Hannover 96 und die haben sich das auch angeguckt. Die Workshops wurden wissenschaftlich begleitet und ausgewertet und damit konnten wir dann auch bei allen Offiziellen gut punkten.
Herr Lieberknecht, ganz kurz, wie viele kommen zurück und wie viele haben die Lehre daraus gezogen?
Mittlerweile ist das Projekt evaluiert. Insgesamt ging es um eine Personenzahl von 180 und es gab eine Rückfallrate von 3%. Das ist eigentlich bombastisch gut. Damit sind wir sehr zufrieden.
Ganz tolle Aktion. Vielen Dank, meine Herren. Alles Gute für die Zukunft. Schön, dass Sie sowas gemacht haben.
Dank.
Und wir sind gleich zurück mit Gary Pauband.
Die dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von BWin.
Welcome back to the second half of this Dritte Liga fixture between Eintracht Braunschweig and 1860 Munich, the second match day of the season. And it's 1-1 at half-time. Sascha Mulder's the man in your picture there, grabbing the early lead for 1860 with a wonderful header from a corner. And for long periods, Eintracht Braunschweig struggled against 1860, who have been set up perfectly by Daniel Bierofka away from home. However, 2 minutes before the end of the first half, Kubelanski bagged the leveller with a rebound header after a shot from outside the box, coming from Schwenk. And it looks as though they're making a change here. I think they've brought off Bernd Nerig, as far as I can see. Yes, indeed. And bringing on Ademi. So an attacking switch from Eintracht Braunschweig. That will go down very well indeed with the home fans who will want to see more fluent attacking play. Christian Flutmann then reacting to what was not the greatest performance in the world in that first half. They got away with it rather to come in at the break level. As away we go, 1860. With the kickoff here, and they'll be looking for more of the same as from the first half, where they managed to make Eintracht Braunschweig look very ordinary indeed. Or will Eintracht Braunschweig grab a hold of this game? As there's a bit of early pressure there from Fesic. He didn't really want that ball delivered to him, and he had to hurriedly get it away before Mulders could really get into his face. Deflected cross in, out for the first corner of the second half. That for 1860. As they've started on the front foot again here, the away side. So Steinhardt again with the delivery. Gonna whip this one in. The big men are up there from the back as well, as they want to regain the lead early in this second half now. He's lifted in, but straight into the hands there of Fesic. And he gets Ademi on the ball immediately to lead the charge forward. It's Koblanski, the man who got the goal 2 minutes from the end of the first half. Ademi, nice running off the ball here. He's kept the ball in as well. Absolutely no doubt about it. As that pass intercepted, and 1860 did that well time and time again in the first half with their pressing game. As it looks as though Mulders is down injured again here. He doesn't often stay down, but that's the second time this game. He's in for some rough treatment, as they've seen how dangerous he can be getting that opening goal. And the player who collided with him, Robin Becker, looks as though he's been booked. So the yellow card count increasing. That's now 5 in this match, as it is a little bit tetchy down there on the field between the two teams. There's a good bit of anticipation there from Bornmann. Could have gone horribly wrong, but he made a good clearance in the end. As we see another heavy challenge coming in on the winger, this time Kinsvater, who started the game really well, and he's been clattered there by Schwenk, and he's the next man in the book. What a way that this is going. We're going to see a red card sooner rather than later. And now 6 players in the book. The referee clamping down. You can see it was a messy challenge, very ragged from Schwenk. Yet more defending for Eintracht Braunschweig to do. They would have been warned about giving away these free kicks around the box, and they haven't heeded those warnings at all. They've been giving them away all game long. So Steinhardt with his trusty left foot, in it comes. It's flicked on by a defender towards the captain Weber. Let's have a look here. And that should be out for a corner. So 5 minutes in, and 1860 increasing the pressure here. It's not been given as a corner. It's a goal kick. Must have been an infringement in there that the referee saw. As now Weber is in big trouble here. He's been booked already and he's off. Well, I said a minute or two ago, it's just a matter of time before we see a red. And it's the captain of the away side who sees it. Well, it looked like a nothing challenge really in the centre. We'll have to look at that again. There's just a little shove in the back there to start with, and that's not the cleanest challenge you're ever going to see. That's certainly a second yellow card in my view. Coming in from behind on Proschwitz. He knows he was on a yellow card. He took one for the team in the first half. A tactical foul, if you want to call it that. But that's just stupidity from the captain, Weber. And now Daniel Bierofka will have to switch things around here. His team are drawing 1-1 away from home. But they're down to 10 men for the remaining 38 minutes they've got to survive here at Eintracht Braunschweig. Well, it could be a backs-to-the-wall performance here now from 1860. They've been brave so far in the game to take it to Braunschweig. We're now down to 10 men. They're surely going to struggle a little more than they have been. And it looks as though they've already got a sub lined up ready to come on. It is Berzel. Wow, that is dramatic in this game. That could change the run of it considerably. Well, it's been an all-action game, that's for sure. Plenty of challenges flying in. And the referee stamping down on that one from Weber. Well within his rights to as well. Weber immediately knew he was in trouble. As Braunschweig looking to make their extra man count here straight away. They'll have to watch it as well that they don't lose a player themselves. As Ademi there, fresh off the bench, winning the ball back. And that's got the crowd on their feet as they win themselves a corner here, the home team. Oh, the change is going to be made. Who are they going to withdraw, though? So it's going to be Greilinger off, who was quite anonymous actually in the first half. One of the few 1860 players who didn't really shine. Berzel coming on. From a performance point of view, I can understand that. Certainly from a shape point of view, I can as well. Bierofka making the necessary changes. In fact, the corner wasn't given. Goal kick for Bornmann. 10 minutes into the second half. 1-1 at the Eintracht Stadion. With 1860 down to 10. Well, we might well see a very important 35 minutes or so now in the season. So early on as well in the destinies of these two. 1860 would do very well to come out of this with the draw, to hold on to what they've got. Eintracht Braunschweig will be gunning for the win to make it 2 from 2. As the ball is clipped in there, and the fans have seen something untoward, but nothing given by the referee, just to throw in. Now Kessel drifting slightly infield, clipping the ball towards the back stick. It's nodded on, and it's a brave save there by the keeper, Verzic. Yeah, Braunschweig player goes down. It's all happening here in a red-hot atmosphere. 2 players are down as play flies up the other end with 1860 with the chance, and on the stretch there, the ball couldn't quite be delivered in by Steinhardt straight to the goalkeeper. Well, I said at the end of the first half we were in for some fun and games, and indeed that's the way it's turned out, as now the referee not making any friends out there. They're saying the ball ran out of play. Well, the Braunschweig physios are waiting to come on. Let's have a look here. As it's a lovely ball, Ademi with the nod on. And the defender there, Erdmann, staying down injured for a long while. Meanwhile, this happened at the other end. And there's a Braunschweig player down injured too while all that was happening. Now, did this ball stay in or not? It was out. They can argue all they like, but Proschwitz didn't get there in time. The referee absolutely on the spot there and correct. As it looks as though 1860 making another change. I think Kintzvater is coming off. That's a bit of a shame, as he played really well in the first half, but needs must when you're down to 10 men. Need a bit more grit in there. And they'll be hoping that Wilsch will provide it. They've got just over half an hour to survive here. He doesn't look too happy to be coming off, but I'm sure on reflection he will understand the decision. So the onus now on the home side to do all the attacking. With their opposition a man down. And they're finally getting a little bit of space out there, although as I say that, there's a clash on this near side. Steinhardt's now in trouble with the referee. Goodness me. The yellow card count is increasing by the minute here. Wouldn't surprise me if we see another red card here, as it's an off-the-ball incident there. No need for it, really. As he brought down Kessel, and you can see that Kessel not too impressed. Well, Ademi wanted it into his chest. As there's yet another free kick, again at Steinhardt. And the 1860 players surrounding the referee here. Not happy at all with some of these decisions. But when you look at the replay, the referee's absolutely correct. Well, we're in for a fiery last 30 minutes here in this Dritte Liga game. The tension mounting. Well, they need calm heads out there, Eintracht Braunschweig. As Kobylanski gets the ball in. Out for the corner. More back chat by the looks of it from Sascha Mulders. And now he's handed a yellow card. Well, I'm losing count here of the number of bookings. It's all getting a little bit silly out there. So a short corner. Maybe a good idea. They've stayed onside as well with the return ball. Kobylanski in and 2-1 to Eintracht Braunschweig. That's brilliant play. And it's Kessel with the diving header at the far stick that puts them ahead for the first time in this game. Well, a terrific delivery from Kobylanski. Wow, now the manager telling them to keep their heads here. It's a brilliant ball, just asking to be nodded in between the defenders and the keeper. Neither of which reacted at all, but Kessel was there. The captain for this second half after Nerig went off at half-time. And he's celebrating wildly there. Eintracht Braunschweig have come from behind to lead here against 1860 by 2-1. And that red card for Weber is looking more and more important as time wears on here. That could be the game-changing moment, and 1860. So many yellow cards. They've got to watch themselves here. They can't get caught up in the heated atmosphere and lose another player. And they've got to concentrate. They could be on the end of a drubbing if this continues. Well, how important as well was that Kobylanski equaliser 2 minutes before half-time. Just when it looked as though 1860 were going to go in ahead at the break, which would have been an enormous boost for them. Were pegged back, and suddenly, with less than half an hour remaining, they're behind. And they're captain off with a red card. Double booking. And there's the next one coming in. Kobylanski clipping the heels there. And that's another yellow. Well, by my count, it's the 9th yellow card of the game, if you include the 2 for Weber. And the players just simply aren't learning from the referee booking these challenges that are coming in and slowing down the pace of the game. He's playing by the letter here. Weber, especially for me, pure stupidity to make the challenge he did when he knew he was on a yellow card already. And now Daniel Bierofka must be wondering how this has slipped through their grasp, really. They were looking so good for 43 minutes of the game. On top, away from home, looking to increase their 1-goal lead. And it's suddenly all gone against them. I don't think he can really blame the referee. They probably will. And they've been the masters of their undoing, really, at key moments in the game. And that ball from Kobylanski for the Kessel header was exceptional, having said that. There's another clash out on that far side, leaving 2 players down. Proschwitz looks as though he's okay to continue. It's a 50-50. Well, the Braunschweig fans now standing as one. They can be proud of their team's comeback here from one down in tough circumstances. Coming up towards midway through the second half, they lead 2-1. And it's the opening home game of the season as well. They'll want to see their team get off to the best of starts. As it stands, they'd be getting 2 wins from 2. Such a tough league, as we saw last season. Braunschweig know all about it, having struggled for the whole season long against relegation. It looked at one time as though they were down and out, but they did bounce back to survive. 1860 as well were just hovering above the relegation zone all season long. It went down to the last day. And both teams came into this season with renewed optimism. But this would be a big blow for 1860 given the performance here in that first half. The indiscipline is just costing them. As for Braunschweig, well, they've got quality players in their squad. They didn't play very well at all in the first half, but it goes to show they've got the morale and the grit and determination to turn around a negative situation for them. Well, that's a poor ball out to this near side, flying straight out of play. It looks as though we might be in for another drinks break here. A chance for 1860 to collect their thoughts. After that man gave them the early lead and everything was looking good for them. But a late equaliser at the end of the first half and a red card for Weber means that now they trail by 2-1 at Eintracht Braunschweig. So over 19,000 fans in the stadium. Big crowd for a third league fixture, you'd have to say. But 2 big clubs with 2 big followings. And Bierovka has got his players together here to try and concoct something to get them back into this. 20 minutes remaining. Once he got up his sleeve, Daniel Bierovka. He's made 2 changes already, pretty much enforced because of Weber going off. And he's going to make a third as well, by the looks of it. So it's Powell who's going off. And on comes Gebhardt. Well, we thought we might see him for half an hour, depending on the situation. He's on for 20. The man who they'll be looking to as another talisman alongside Sascha Mulders. But the situation is pretty critical. Can he dig them out of this hole here? Down to 10 men and 2-1 down. A fascinating 20 minutes remaining here. Plus stoppage time, the 2 minutes for the drinks break, plus whatever the referee deems necessary. We've had lots of stoppages. It's not been the most flowing of matches, you'd have to say. There's so many challenges flying in. This is Beckerol on to Gebhardt, who tried just to play the ball through the defence there on the run. Almost turned into a good ball for Sascha Mulders. And a long ball forward from 1860 comes to absolutely nothing with Mulders just struggling here. They'll be hoping not too much as they've made all their changes. Run again here, Eintracht Braunschweig. They should just be able to keep that in. They do. It's Kobylanski who scored the first, set up the second. And Kessel who scored that second goal. The diving header at the far post. Captain for this second half, leading the way. Bornman beaten twice in this game. Thursday might be a little bit disappointed the way he dealt with Schwenk's strike towards him, palming it and allowing Kobylanski to get the header in to equalise, but he's been a safe pair of hands as he was there throughout the rest of the game. Nothing he could do really about the goal from Kessel. Such was the delivery from Kobylanski. He's now Braunschweig going to bring on one of their new signings, Putaro, for Schwenk. Just fresh legs out there in warm conditions. So like for like, more or less, really. Just looking for something different. So 15 minutes left on the clock. Are we going to see more drama in this game? As Gebhardt pulls out towards the left-hand side here. Low ball in, playing the 1-2. Nicely done, but he's in an offside position and then caught after the whistle had gone. Well, Becker just being told to calm down. He's already on a yellow card as well. As this is the goal that leads the way in this game. Kessel with that diving header from a peach of a cross. And that's what it's all about. The mental strength now for Christian Flutman's team. Far from home and hosed here, despite facing 10 men. 2-1 up at home. And that's a lovely ball down the channel here. And it's delivered in low for Braunschweig, and a little bit scrappy off Proschwitz there for a goal kick. I think he thought he was just pushed in the back there by Erdmann. That's the kind of play that Braunschweig want to see, though, in the build-up at least. Mirovka, arms folded, willing his team on. As Mulders had good hold-up play, but then tried the little flick there, didn't come off. The defender had stuck with him. Bekirolu. An early ball in from the left-hand side, and climbing there was Sascha Mulders, but he's not really going to score with a 16-yard header, and that one ended up well wide. And the Eintracht fans have been bouncing throughout the game, even when they were trailing, and now they're very happy with how things are going here. Perhaps just a goal from Proschwitz would round things off nicely for them. There's another tackle coming in there. Bekirolu trying to stay on his best behaviour against 1860. Just tugging back Kessel, though. Knew he was beaten in midfield. And time is steadily ticking down here. 12 minutes to go. As those two clash again, Bekirolu and Kessel, and the former gets the ball rolling quickly again. And that's better from them. So Vine going across for the corner here. They need a good delivery. And it comes, it's up high. Heads go up. Mulders was in there challenging, and, well, almost the leveller there. The header was on target, but well caught there by Fesic. That could have been disastrous for Eintracht Braunschweig. It was Erdmann who got his head on it, just trying to flick it in towards goal. Redirect it past the keeper, but unable to do so. 1860 proving that they are able to cause Braunschweig trouble, despite going down to 10 men with their captain Weber being sent off for a second bookable offence on 51 minutes. As there's a clip there from Bekirolu, and I said he was trying to stay on his best behaviour, but then moments later he's the next man in trouble, and that is met with glee from around the stands. Well, really, as a challenge he had to make, I'd have to say, with the player bursting through midfield at pace there. Becker it was. Now Kobylanski. It's a long, long way out. He's surely not thinking of shooting from here. And there's no real wall as such, and he does go for the strike, but it's a long way over. Looking for the wonder goal. Bit of a wild attempt in the end. Could have done with drilling it low, perhaps, rather than going for the spectacular. As we're going to see the last change for Braunschweig, Weber coming on. And Proschwitz being withdrawn, so no goal for him in his first home appearance. He's put in a lot of work here, and without too much end product, unfortunately, for Nick Proschwitz. I'm sure throughout the season he will prove his worth to the club. He's maybe just trying to bolt the back door here, Eintracht Braunschweig. It's been a tough old game for them. And Ademi up front on his own now, I would imagine. Now here's Kessel trying to get to the byline. Unable to make the delivery though. Corner. Steinhardt was right in his face. 7 minutes remaining. Remember last season Eintracht was trailing at this stage and managed to get themselves a last minute leveller. Can 1860 also produce a sting in the tail? As Kobylanski stands over this corner, in it comes. Another good delivery from him, and the shot does eventually come in, blocked though. The referee again seeing an infringement there. Bekirolu. Again to Gias. As the cross is whipped in. Breaks for 1860 again. Steinhardt, he can look up. It is blocked, but this time on the follow-up, a low ball in. It's dragged back, and then the shot from Bekirolu. Well, it came to him at an awkward height, really, to strike it. He did manage to get it away, but it rather sliced. He was hoping to get the decision from the referee for a corner, but no chance. And again, 1860 just opening up Braunschweig there. A big 5 minutes ahead of us here, plus time added on. Yes. Anyone predicting a collapse from 1860 with their captain sent off have been proven wrong. They've conceded that one from Kessel to put Eintracht Braunschweig ahead, but they've been tough other than that. As here is Ademi. That's a lovely ball out to the left here. Can they get the strike in? They do, and it's off the foot of the post. Wow, cracking little strike that was from Putaro. I think the goalkeeper saving it onto that near post. Let's have another look at it from this more open angle. Yes, indeed. I think it took a deflection off the defender as well, so that goes down. That was a good save from Bornmann. Almost the clincher. this one's towards the far post and no real chance there for Bear with the header. Oh, tense and nervous moments here for both coaches. Christian Flutman seems a born optimist to me. He's a very positive figure in interviews and on the sidelines. Didn't panic when his team were behind in the first half. No ranting and raving from him. Three minutes remaining. They need a rabbit out of the hat here, 1860. Is there anyone out there who can produce an equaliser? And they're certainly giving it their all. I don't think that Daniel Bierovka can criticise any of his players for lack of effort. As Bekirovlu, well, he's looking for the wonder goal. And he gets it all wrong and head to the skies there. Looking for the flick on, there's Bear, and he's managed to turn the defender as well, and there's another little trick coming in a little bit of a tangle here, the two of them, as Bear goes down. He wants the penalty and the referee not interested. Well, he's just getting in the face there of Erdmann. Erdmann completely blanking him. Let's have a look what happened here. The two of them just clashing. I don't think there's too much in that at all, to be honest. Much ado about nothing. I love the way that Erdmann was not reacting to any of the banter there from Bear. Keeping his concentration till the end, and indeed we are coming to the end now. 1 minute remaining of the 90. As Braunschweig go all the way back to their keeper, Fizic, who's had a much less eventful second half. That's a lovely little pass through by Gebhardt. Clipped ball in here, looking for Sasha Mulder's quite able to stretch enough to get there, the big man. And there's a break on here, 2-on-2 for Braunschweig. Bear gets the ball to Kobylanski, and he tried the outside of the right foot effort and then pointing as if to say there should have been a free kick, but the advantage had been played by the referee. The shot was taken on by Kobylanski. And still down here. It's Bear with 5 minutes to be added on. I've no real surprise about that. Oh, he's just caught there with the hip of the defender Marcel Bear. And he's up and limping again. Well, one last push required here from 1860. 2-1 down with only 10 men. It has been an excellent game of football. Maybe not the most flowing of games, but certainly so much incident that it's been entertaining nonetheless. Kessel there in your picture, the man whose goal is winning this game at the moment. I would be optimistic, to be honest, if I were an 1860 fan, even though they'll probably come away with the loss here the way this is going. Their team have shown plenty of spirit, plenty of fight, a little bit too much in the case of Weber. And they have put together some good football as well, particularly in that first half, and they've put everything into this second half as well to try and restore parity. And what is a tough place to come for sure. As even now, Ademi up against 10 men at home, takes the ball into the corner in time added on with 2.5 minutes of it remaining. I think that goes to prove that Eintracht Braunschweig know they've been in a game here. What's the trouble here was the free kick taken from the wrong spot. As there you see the scoreline at the moment. Over 90 minutes played, and it's a free kick to Braunschweig, in fact. Kowalski and Ademi standing over it. I think they're probably going to play this short and run down the clock. Indeed they will. Ademi heading straight towards the corner flag. Well, he does deliver it along the byline, but the defender there to pick it up. And here come 1860. Just over a minute remaining. All or nothing now, surely. As that attack is stopped there by the foul from Bear. One of the few players without a yellow card in today's game. So a long free kick up the field here. The keeper is up with it as well. But his flick on comes to nothing. Now he's got to rush back again here, Bonman. Braunschweig in no hurry to try and punish him. Fisic holding on to the ball with the seconds running down. Referee just checking his watch there. With seconds remaining here. Looks as though Eintracht Braunschweig are going to be celebrating 3 points in the first home match of this new season. In front of this packed crowd, and they will celebrate this wildly. It's been a really tough one against 1860. A real battle. As Ademi goes down, winning the free kick right in the corner. That will do for them, I think. So Kowalski just asking how much time is remaining. The fact of the matter is 5 minutes were added on and we're up to nearly 6 now. Can they clinch it here, or will they just hold on to it in the corner? They're going to hold it. Another free kick. Well, goodness me, this is so frustrating for 1860 as the final whistle does blow. And look at those celebrations from Flutman. That's what it means to them as Kessel's goal wins the game 2-1 for Eintracht Braunschweig against 1860 Munich. What a game that was. We've had pretty much everything, including a red card for the 1860 captain Weber, which was the end of their challenge really in this game. They fell behind 10 minutes after that, and there was no way back for them despite their best efforts. Braunschweig picking up the 3 points. And all I have to say is thank you very much for joining us for that game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you for more Dritte Liga action again. Thank you and goodbye.
Die dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von BWin.
Sascha Mölders, es gibt